Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's from North London to Wembley here, and today we're diving into my full Premier League predictions for the 2025-26 season, from relegation scraps to title contenders. I've got all 20 teams ranked, and yes, as a Spurs fan, I've got plenty to say about our season too. This is a long one, so grab a drink, settle in, and let's kick off with the bottom of the table. 20th, Leeds United. Leeds are back in the Premier League after a dominant championship campaign, 100 points, 90 goals scored and only 30 conceded, but history isn't on their side. Promoted teams have struggled to survive in recent years, and I don't think Daniel Farke's side will buck that trend. They've made some smart signings: Anton Stach from Hoffenheim, Sean Longstaff from Newcastle and Jakub Bijol from Udinese, but it's not enough. Their star striker Joel Pirro will be key, but I worry about their defensive depth and Premier League experience. Farke's 4-2-3-1 system worked wonders in the Championship, but the Premier League is a different beast. I see Leeds going straight back down. 19th, Burnley. Burnley also hit 100 points last season, but finished second to Leeds on goal difference. Scott Parker's return to the Premier League is a redemption arc, but I'm not convinced. They've signed 13 players, including Kyle Walker, Martin Dubravka and Armando Broja. But losing James Trafford to Man City and Josh Brownhill to free agency weakens their spine. Parker's defensive style worked in the Championship, but Burnley have never scored more than 45 goals in a Premier League season. That's a problem. Their squad is deep, but not sharp enough. I predict another short-lived stay in the top flight. 18th, Wolves. Wolves finished 16th last season. They're worse since promotion in 2018. They lost Matheus Cunha to Manchester United in a 62.5 million deal, and Ryan Ape-Nouri to Manchester City. Vitor Pereira has brought in John Arias, Strand Larsen and David Moller-Wolf, but the squad feels unsettled. Their switch to a 3-4-2-1 system is bold, but without Cunha's 15 goals, they'll struggle. Strand Larsen is promising, but Wolves lack the creativity and consistency to stay clear of danger. I think they'll be in the mix all season and ultimately fall short. 17th, Sunderland. Sunderland are back after 8 years and they've gone all in to survive. Regis Lebris has brought in 11 new players, including Granit Xhaka, Simon Adingra and Mark Gui. They've built a squad with experience and youth, and their midfield, Xhaka, Lafi, Diarra, looks solid. Chris Rigg is one to watch. At just 18, he's already a leader and could be a breakout star. Their 4-3-3 setup is aggressive and they'll need to be brave. I think they'll scrape survival, just. 16th, West Ham United. Graham Potter's first full season at West Ham comes with pressure. Last season's 14th place finish was underwhelming and the squad feels stale. Lucas Paqueta has been cleared of spot fixing charges, but his future is still uncertain. Jared Bowen remains their talisman, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka was a standout last year. They've added Oli Scales and are trying to refresh the squad, but it's not enough. Potter's possession-based style hasn't clicked yet, and I see another season of struggle just above the drop zone. 15th, Brighton and Hove Albion. Fabian Hazela guided Brighton to 8th last season, but they've lost João Pedro to Chelsea and Pervis Estupiñán to AC Milan. They've brought in Charalampos Costuelas, Diego Capola and Oliver Boscali, but the squad feels transitional. Hazela may switch to a 3-4-3 system, but it's risky. Brighton's youth and tactical flexibility are exciting, but I predict a drop-off. 15th would be a blow, but not a disaster. 14th, Bournemouth. Bournemouth were giant slayers last season, beating 4 of the big 6, but they've lost Milos Kerkez to Liverpool, Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid and Ilya Zabarnyi to PSG. Andoni Areola's high-pressing style is thrilling, but their defence is in flux. They've signed Djordje Petrovic and Adrian Truffert, but need more reinforcements. Semenyo is their star, 11 goals and 6 assists last season, and he'll be key. I see them slipping to 14th, but staying clear of relegation. 13th, Fulham. Marco Silva has made Fulham a stable Premier League side. They finished 11th last season, but haven't strengthened much. Benjamin Lukamati is their only major signing, and they've lost Willian and Carlos Vinicius. Raul Jimenez and Alex Iwobi are still key, and their 4-2-3-1 system is well drilled. Iwobi's creativity and Jimenez's goals should keep them safe, but I don't see them pushing higher. 13th feels right. 12th, Tottenham Hotspur. Here we go. As a Spurs fan, last season was brutal. Europa League winners, but 17th in the league. Ange Postecoglou was sacked and Thomas Frank is in. We've signed Kudus, Danso and Matistel, but lost Son to LAFC and Højbjerg to Marseille. Maddison out for the remainder of the season due to ACL injury. Frank's 4-2-3-1 system suits Kudus, Solanke and Johnson. Solanke when he's back. Kudus could be a game changer. I think we'll improve, but not enough to crack the top half. 12 is realistic and painful. 11th, Manchester United. Ruben Amorim's rebuild is underway. Last season was United's worst in the Premier League era. 15th, 44 goals scored. They've signed Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo, Benjamin Sesko and Diego Leon. Rashford is on loan at Barcelona, and Garnacho, Antony and Sancho are in the bomb squad. Amorim's 3-4-2-1 system is bold, and Patrick Dorgu could be a breakout star. With no European football, they have time to rebuild, but I think it will be another mid-table finish. 10th, Everton. Everton are entering a new era. They've moved into the stunning Hill Dickinson Stadium, and David Moyes is back to restore pride. Last season they finished 13th, but Moyes picked up 31 points from 19 games after replacing Sean Dyche. The Fredkin Group's ownership has stabilised finances, and key players like Jared Branthwaite have signed new deals. Jordan Pickford remains a rocking goal, and Iliman Ndiaye is expected to lead the attack. They've added Charlie Alcaraz permanently, and fans are optimistic. Moyes has made Everton hard-working and defensively solid again. I think they'll push for Europe, but just fall short. 10th is a solid foundation. 9th, Crystal Palace. Palace are riding high after winning the FA Cup and the Community Shield. Oliver Glasner has them playing structured, aggressive football. They were set for the Europa League, but were demoted to the Conference League due to multi-club ownership issues. Still, they've added Bona Sosa and Walter Benitez, and Jean-Philippe Mateta is scoring goals. Their squad is deep, and they've kept Eze and Guehi for now. With European football and domestic cups, I think they'll finish 9th, a solid season. 8th, Nottingham Forest. Nuno Espirito Santo nearly took Forest to the Champions League last season. They finished 7th best since 1995, and now they face the challenge of balancing Europe and the league. They've lost Anthony Elanga to Newcastle, but signed Dan Ndoye and Ajor Jesus. Morgan Gibbs-White turned down Spurs and signed a new deal. He's the heartbeat of this team. Their 4-2-3-1 system is settled, and Matt sells Ola Aina and Murillo from a strong defensive core. I think they'll stay in the top half. 8th, even with Europa League distractions. 7th, Brentford. Brentford have lost Thomas Frank and Bryan Mbeumo, but they've built a strong squad under Keith Andrews. Johan Wissa scored 19 goals last season and is now the focal point. They've added Igor Thiago, Mikel Damsgaard and Michael Kayode. Jordan Henderson brings leadership and the defence. Nathan Collins, Sepp van der Berg, Christopher Ayer is solid. I think they'll surprise people again. 7th place and a potential Europa Conference League spot. 6th, Aston Villa. Unai Emery's Villa missed out on the Champions League by goal difference. They've added Marco Bizos, Yassin Ozken and Evan Guessend, but lost Rashford and Asensio after loan spells. Watkins remains key, but Morgan Rogers is emerging as a star. 8 goals and 11 assists last season. Their 4-2-3-1 system is settled, and they'll be strong in the Europa League. I think they'll finish 6th again, consistent, competitive and dangerous. 5th, Chelsea. Enzo Maresca's Chelsea won the Conference League and qualified for the Champions League. They've signed João Pedro, Liam Delap, Jamie Gittins and Dario S. Ugo. Cole Palmer is the star, and Pedro Neto has impressed in pre-season. They've lost Noni Madueke to Arsenal, but the squad is deep. With European commitments and a young squad, I think they'll finish 5th, just outside the top 4. 4th, Newcastle United. Eddie Howe's Newcastle won the League Cup and returned to the Champions League. They've signed Anthony Elanga and Malik Thiaw, but Alexander Isak wants out. If they keep Isak, they'll be dangerous. Their squad, Guimaraes, Tonali, Gordon, Pope, is strong. Champions League football will stretch them, but I think they'll finish 4th again, a solid season. 3rd, Manchester City. City had a trophyless season, rare for Pep Guardiola. They've added Ryan Aït-Nouri, Tijani Reinders and Ryan Cherki. The Club World Cup has disrupted their pre-season, and Kevin De Bruyne has left. Haaland, Foden and Doku remain elite, but I think they'll fall short again. 3rd place, not good enough for Pep, but that's Michael. 2nd, Arsenal. 3 second place finishes in a row. I'm predicting 4. Arteta's squad is strong and Martin Zubamendi adds control and intelligence to midfield. They've also signed Victor Gyökeres and Noni Madueke. Their opening fixtures are brutal. United, Liverpool, City, but they'll recover. I think they'll push Liverpool all the way, but fall short again. First, Liverpool. Arne Slot's Liverpool are defending champions and they've gone big. Florian Wirtz is the record signing at £160 million and Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez add pace and width. They've kept Salah, Van Dijk and Alisson and added Hugo Ekitike and Georgi Marmadichvili. Slot's system is settled and they've got depth for Europe. I think they'll go back-to-back and leapfrog Manchester United's 20 titles. And that's my full Premier League predictions for 2025-26. From Leeds at the bottom to Liverpool at the top, it's going to be a wild season. Let me know your thoughts. Who's going down? Who's winning it all? And where will your club finish? Drop your predictions in the comments. Smash that like button and subscribe for more football content all season long. And yes, a full Spurs preview is coming soon. Come on, you Spurs.